vibe and have a chicken and coffee. If you came with a brother or you came with a boyfriend or a friend, it's actually for two. We are doubling it up. Just like that. Just like that. Now, let's move fast forward. Fast forward. We need to congratulate one of ours. Linia, she graduated yesterday. That is Makerere Business School. Congratulations, Linia. Linia has been rocking with us on Vibe, I think, for now 2 years. She's part of our supportive team. That's the girl right there, yeah? Hey, there is a way girls even look prettier with when they're educated, eh? You know? So we congratulate you, Linia Harry, you know, upon that, you know, that achievement that you have secured. I believe Mama must be super proud of you. Yeah? Congratulations, congratulations. Get inspired. You know, now, fast forward our events calendar. There is a lot happening this season, far as events are concerned. Of course, there was that drama, Shiba and Cindy and their shenanigans. You're like, who is, you know, they're basically trying to have their exchanges. Eh? You remember how it played out at that press conference? That's one to watch out for. Away from that, next week, which is 6 days from now, let's start with today. Zex Viranjiranji is going to be at Lugogo Hockey Grounds. Yeah? So if you have some money, I believe you do have some money to spend, go support our brother Zex Viranjiranji in Chukumi. Entrance will be 20K. Gets open at 6 p.m. and be there and support a ghetto child. Aside from that, understand our event at Nyungu Yamawe. They were here last week. The Ndeku Festival, Ndeku and Nyamachoma, yeah? It's still going. It's a 3-day event. Started yesterday. There is another one today, and they will be concluding. That will be on Sunday, yeah? Entrance, 50K with a tent, yeah? Okay, picture this. 30K without a tent, you know? Yeah, everything gave you, okay? Moving on, fast forward. Navio is celebrating a milestone. That is in the next 6 days. 6 days from now, 20 years of Navio. That will be on the 2nd of September at Sheraton Hotel. That is how our events calendar stands. But on the same day, Gravity Omutujju is going to be holding the Okwe Picha concert. And that is at Lugogo Cricket Oval. Same day, Hip Hop Affair. I believe there are enough numbers to fill both Sheraton and Lugogo Cricket Oval. Interestingly, we're expecting both stars on Horizon Vibe today, so be on the lookout for that. Away from that, Maurice Kiria will be live in concert. We are still looking at our events calendar, and that will be on the 8th of September, which will be the following week after Navio's event. Yeah? Kilia live. I already bought my 2 tickets. Yeah? Yes, to go and enjoy good music for Maurice Curia. Geo Steady on the same day, which is 8th of September, is also going to be headlining at Hotel Africana. Same day. Same day again, Okujamu na Vibe. And that is Just Steady live in concert at Hotel Africana. So hopefully next weekend, we'd like to have Lydia Jasmine, Just Steady, and a couple of those that do reach out to us. But today on the show, we're expecting Navio, we're expecting the Ugaboys, we're also expecting Gravity, Omutujju, and many other major surprises as we, you know, rock on with Horizon Vibe. Eddie Kenzo released an album that is titled A Blessing. It's already #1 in Uganda. Top albums on Audio Mac. He actually shared the good news earlier this morning on his socials. And of course, it's #1 in Uganda. It's #30 in another country here. #25. I'm not so familiar with all these flags. I can see Kenya here. #17. And it could be this TZ. You know, #52. It's a 19-track album. Support a brother, visit the various platforms, and get to download, get to support Ugandan music. Airtel Uganda was sued, and that is by conscience. Yeah, man was paid. He's expecting to be paid. Yeah, about 680 million. They were using some of his songs as callback tunes. So they went to court. This is a case which has been ongoing for a while now, and he won that. I don't know whether there will be round two, but the verdict was passed, and he's supposed to be compensated about 680 million. Okay. Aside from that, what else has been making news in the various area codes? Let's do this in 1-2 minutes, then we get into something else. Sugar, talk to me.
Still talking about events. That is going to be next week. That is on Friday, the 1st of September. We're coming to Mukono at 6-8 Lounge. There's going to be a beach party right there. So abantu abe Mukono mukunganye muje tukuve vibe that very day, 1st of September. And then of course Nyege is back, and this time around bachusiza muka location tuvudde eri ku Itanda Falls. People were complaining, saying that eri waliyo ebisoto bingi, and besides it was a very long distance out of town okuva eri Itanda nojja mu kibuga kya Jinja. It was always very hard for the people. So this time around I think it's going to favor. It is at the source of the Nile, covering the showgrounds, golf coast, and of course all of that area. So security bagambye guru. So far entry fee has not yet been declared, but it's going to be happening around November. So we look up for that as well. And then coming down to Katoru Wama's event that is going to be happening, I think tomorrow, something like that, around that is at Sheraton Hotel, and so much going to be happening there. Come and support. It is ceasefire. That's what we're talking about. So come through, support in big numbers, and that's what's up.
Nice. There's a former member of parliament here, Victoria, Honorable Victoria Sekitoreko, during a high-level meeting this week. He basically talked about the importance of prioritizing the entertainment sector, because she believes that, yes, it's another tax base, you know. In her own words, if I'm to quote her verbatim, she's like, many of you may be like me and enjoy music. Recently, when there was this new singer, Alien Skin at Freedom City, people were fighting to pay, and every ticket brings taxes. But nobody has ever thought for planning for these young people. I'm sure you are surprised that today I'm not talking about agriculture. The Lusuku Seminti song made instant money for the younger singer than many Lusuku owners. Therefore, can we look at the creatives also? I think she raises a pertinent issue that entertainment has always been downplayed in these high-level meetings. I guess maybe likely because those in entertainment we're not always clad in suits, yeah. But jokes on you. There are many graduates, many people are not even graduates, but then they have made great impact. They have added great value to this great nation. They have added to our taxes in one or the other. So it's only right that we can even have a ministry rather than putting it just as a department under a ministry. You know, Nigeria, it's one of the biggest sectors, that is the entertainment sector. So I think our government should also do some bit of benchmarking and see how things are done in other countries that are tapping into the entertainment sector, and find ways of supporting it in a sustainable manner. Yeah, rather than sometimes you know, these knee-jerk-tionary measures that have been in place. You know, let's support the sector. Maybe have a minister of entertainment. You know, mutwe kugafago. Listen, man, we're going to get into a musical breather of about 3 minutes. When we come back, we'll share more with you. Even before the breather, Wickstar is officially in the house. Who has just touched base? Navio! Navio is in the house. Mr. Otio. Those pictures courtesy of that is Davis. Nendo's a network to Sumbuamuko a little bit. You know how networks be. But yeah, he has just touched down ahead of his big day, celebrating 20 years of entertainment. I've been a fan of Navio since high school. We actually used to mime some of his music. We got ourselves girlfriends courtesy of that brother's music. That song, Rakas. Yeah? A guy, you know, you people do know, right? Navio, you know, is such a huge deal. And he is here to speak to us what his up-and-coming event is about. Much respect to a brother, 20 years of consistency and longevity. It takes more than talent, it takes more than a discipline, it takes more than focus, more than money for you to be able to hold it down for over 20 years and still command such respect. Yeah, so big things, my brother. You're gonna be here, and we shall be talking music and more as we proceed with the show right about now. Navio, right there. Aside from that, later on we shall be introducing more of them as they touch down. Gravity, if you're also watching and also on the way, Katsubire Range Rover for Janayo, so that because we are having cameras all over the place from the entrance. You know, you're welcomed in a VIP style. Yeah. Production Navio right now, music right now, yeah? Are we ready and good to go? Ready and good to go? But before we get to introduce Navio, what is so exciting about today, Babzi?
Everything. The weather.
Yeah.
The weather is exciting.
Okay. I have some new people here. It's your second time on the show. What do you love about Horizon Vibe?
Just everything cool.
Everything cool.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I also understand how my brother, Lil Mac Main, St. Peter's Nadia now, yeah, but he's also a rapper. He's also in the building. What always brings you back even during holidays to be part of Vibe?
There are a lot of surprises now, like today. I have Navio. I'm looking forward a lot to Navio you get.
Nice. He won the award for Best Freestyle Rapper on Horizon Vibe 2022. What always brings you on Vibe, and why are you on today's edition?
Yeah, my name is Mike. I just want to thank Calvin that, you know, has made the two big hip-hop stars like Gravity and Navio right in the building. I got to be in place just because they are big stars right here.
Yeah, hard. So maybe one more. This side. Let me go to the back end a little bit. How you feeling, baby girl? First time to see you on Vibe. What's your name?
My name is Angel.
Angel, what brought you here?
Navio specifically.
Navio specifically. There's something about Navio and ladies, eh? It's a magnet. Even after, you know, getting married, you know, the ladies are still fans of his. Start up, baby girl. You know, how you doing?
I'm good.
What's your name?
I'm Sophia.
Sophia. What has brought you here? I think it's the first time you're joining us.
No, it's my third time.
It's your third time. So what always brings you on Vibe?
I just come here to enjoy.
To enjoy. Enjoyments. Now listen, we shall also be looking at your messages later on, so send them through. I see your brother here, drippy from here. What situation is going on? Why did you choose to dress like this?
Drip on drip, konyoma.
Ladies and gentlemen, show some love, man, as we welcome Navio on Horizon Vibe. Here we go.
Navio's in here, clear cuts in here, D-Mo's in here.
Put 'em up.
Your flow so buku, my mind's hot. Your flow so buku, my mind's not. Your flow so buku, my eye got a flow that means you can't touch anything I try. I don't know how this all started, how I grew up and became the hardest, how I grew up and became a target, how clear cut that became the largest. I never did a rough and we are flawless. You can jack the slogan here, have a chorus. Go ahead and jack, I'ma flip the chorus, but you still ain't making it past your borders. First hip hop group in the Cora, ballers. If you're looking out for slaughter, call us. Someone on the lines of horror, forest. It ain't much to cause disorder, the aura. And some of the can't touch, like foreplay, something you can't rush. We get them amped up. My mind's hot. Your flow so my mind's hot. Your flow so my eye got a flow that means you can't touch anything I try. Yo, who can stop and listen or get something to lock my wrist in? If I start talking about politicians, if I give them a whole lot of wisdom, will they find a spot and listen? If I give them knowledge that'll shock their system, mock their prisons, give doctors vision. Man, stop your vision, I ain't got no competition. Everything I'm supposed to be vocally means that you shouldn't be approaching me. So they wanna battle someone, I hope it's me. Good thing about a beating, you know it's free. Hotter than you and your token tease. Irony is you ain't as cold as me. Yeah, but you won't go squad with my minds. Your flow so my minds. Your flow so my I got a flow that means you can't touch anything I do. Boo boo. Put your hands up.
Wipe up.
You heard right. Navio. Yeah, let's go. Jogereza kawala komuku. Jogereza kawala kegomye. Katula bechiga muye biraka. Jogereza kawala komuku. Jogereza kawala kegomye. Katula bechiga muye biraka. Omwana wa kabaka. Osane no puliriza baby. Yoya kuwerewo. Ebyange sibirisa yo baby. Come on. Amanya bapita luwama. Hey. Iva muluja lwa kigozi mwa. Dumuzukuru wa luwama. Hey. Musiga kembeke. And you know that you're on fire. I'll give you what your heart desire. You know that I can take you higher. The only one I want till I retire. Jogereza kawala komuku. Jogereza kawala kegomye. Katula bechiga muye biraka. Jogereza kawala komuku. Jogereza kawala kegomye. Katula bechiga muye biraka. I have a brand new one with Pastor Wilson Bugembe. So when I say Wody, you say Wody. Yeah. Wody. Can't come when I got glory. Mukama Wody. Can't come when I got glory. Yeah. Listen up. My Lord, I'm all in. Please expand my cottage. Now I found my calling. Please expand my knowledge. Oh, you are sovereign. Lift me up, I'm falling. When they lay my coffin, I didn't pray for nothing. Come on, Wally. You can't come when you got glory. Hey, Mukama Wally. You can't come when you got glory. Hallelujah. Hey.
Sister, don't you worry. Brother, don't you worry. Sister, don't you worry. Why you worry? Katonda wali. Sister, don't you worry. Brother, don't you worry. Sister, don't you worry. Why you worry? Katonda wali. Adina, you're not on fire. Yesu wali. Adina sente to fire.
Let's fight.
Brother, don't you worry. Hey. Big shout out Pastor Wilson Bugembe. Mukama Wody. Hey. Can't come for I got glory. Hey, now you Calvi. Wody. Hey. Can't come for I got glory. What's your Jabuli?
Make some noise for Navio. Make some noise if you're true Navio fan. Bro, let's get into this conversation. It's good to see you once again.
Man, I've been so energized, man.
In the audience
Love.
today, there are 5-year-olds.
Uh-huh.
There are 13-year-olds.
Uh-huh.
There are 15-year-olds, 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds, 40,
Think
all
I-
in the house.
60.
60, they are tuned in, watching today's show. And I think there is something or two that they will pick from today's interview.
Absolutely.
Your story, your journey has been quite a long one. You wrote your first song at 10 years.
Yes.
You were rapping over the song. Your mother hears you rapping. She books you to a studio.
Uh-huh.
Bava.
Yes.
Yes?
Owned by Hope Mukasa.
Hope Mukasa.
Yeah, Lunguja.
And for me, the question is having a good support system from the onset, 10 years, how did that help shape your journey?
Yeah, I guess, back then it was like a hobby. So, I guess the same way a parent would see you playing football, then they're like, let me buy this kid a football. They see you playing basketball, they're like, let me see. So, I feel like now being older, it's like she didn't necessarily know what was going to happen. But she was like, let's buy him a basketball and see. She had a friend, Hope Mukasa, in the neighborhood, and she took a chance. She's like, man, this kid's rhyming.
Yeah.
He's claiming these are his rhymes. First of all, so I think she really wanted to know. She listens to a lot of music, so she's like, okay, this guy obviously has some talent. He has the basics. But I think she wanted to hear it from someone who's a seasoned musician, So when Hope was like, this kid has some talent, but even him, he had to consult. So then he brought in the apprentice, the young trainee, who was learning how to make beats, Steve
June. Yeah.
So now when Steve heard me, he's like, I think this kid is dope. Almost dope enough to miss my flight. So he put his bags down and he did my first song. He was the first producer on my song.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Interesting.
But to get him to produce now, just have your $30,000. Steve Jean's a big boy.
Yeah. Big boy. Now, you took a break from music, traveled to Kenya, stayed in Kenya for a while, and I don't know how you were able to, keep up the momentum during that time. And why I'm trying to give people this journey is there is a 12-year-old. He was the first runners-up for the Horizon Vibe Rap Battles. He's now a student at St. Peter's, Nalia. I was talking to him, Leo McMain.
The one with the beards is 12. Eh?
No, the one behind.
Hey,
yes.
Okay. Hey.
So most of them heard that you're coming on the show, and they're like, we have to be here. We have to be here. Nice. That bit of balancing books, I also understand at some point you traveled to South Africa, finished your education. You did communications, journalism, or something of the sort.
Yes, absolutely.
But then you still came back, where your heart was, which is music. Now, for me, what was the relevance of you accomplishing studies but also pursuing music? How has that, benefited you?
I think for me, the one thing I saw was the difference between people who have talent and then people who make it in the music business. So I always wanted to be someone who made it in the music business, because there are a lot of talented people and they're so dependent on getting the right manager and the right label, because all they have is talent.
Yeah.
I always wanted to be in a position where, if need be, I can manage myself. I can manage my affairs. I can manage my accounting. I can manage those kind of things. So I knew that I'd have to get that sort of knowledge.
Yeah.
And back in my days, the internet wasn't so free and fair.
Oh, yes.
So, I knew that I'd need books for that. But at the same point in time, I wouldn't say that I wholeheartedly knew that music was something I wanted to do. I knew it was a passion.
Yeah.
I knew that I had a bit of a talent for it, but I had to also develop that talent.
Yeah.
So when I saw from year to year, I kept getting better and better. First of all, I was like, this is something I could do, but then how do we make it sustainable?
Yeah.
How does a career look in Uganda that is sustainable? I want to be doing this for 10, 15 years, So that's when I was like, okay, I'm going to have to go back and see how to do this with books. The talent might be there, but without the books, without the know-how and the knowledge, I'm now a slave to managers, and I'm now a slave to promoters, and I'm now, you know what I mean? So I basically wanted to be my own boss, at the end of the day, and be able to run my own label, not just own it and have people run it for me. I wanted to be the guy on the ground who can actually do it myself.
Yeah. Over 60 awards to your name. You've done many tours. I understand.
Thank you guys for those awards. Thank you.
It's no mean feat. It's a huge deal. I understand. Maybe 3 weeks ago you were in LA. I saw the pictures you shared at BET Awards.
Yeah, BET Awards.
Yes.
Yeah, 50 years of hip hop.
What does this mean? To you as a star.
I mean, you never even know that you're being watched like that. The fact that, first of all, we have a Ugandan that is the most recognizable hip-hop star in East Africa. For me, that's already dope. That's already a win for Uganda, So the fact that they, can call you up and fly you to another continent to celebrate hip-hop with them, I think, one, it shows the power of hip-hop. It shows how it's spread around the world now.
Yeah.
And for us, hip-hop storytelling, it's something it's from here in Tontoma. You know what I mean? Like, we've had it for, thousands of years. So, but I guess in the new format, you can say that it was born and it was made out there. But, we've been doing it for such a long time, storytelling and poetry, sitting around the fire, doing what we do. So I feel like it's full circle. The fact that they invited us over also shows that they're interested in African music.
Yeah.
So that was really dope, being around the who's who, from all around the world. Guys rapping in Russia, guys rapping in, Uzbekistan. Like, it was nice to meet the people who are dominating in their region.
Yeah. I understand you're a businessman, you're into farming, you're into advertising, promos, production, amongst other things, Many people, they actually don't know that Navio is actually also into the agro business, But what has been like your biggest achievement from music? And how have you been able to leverage on your personal brand to support these other ventures that you're doing?
Yeah, I think being able to see the synergies, and that means being able to see how you can help support others. If you know what your strengths are, then you know what you bring to the table, and you know how any brand, whether you're pushing milk or whether whatever you're trying to do. If you know what your strengths are, you know how you can lend those strengths to someone else. And you have to also be frank about how they can lend their strengths to you. You know what I mean? So I believe with any deal, you it's not so much a compromise where I give up who I am and you also give up who you are. You need to meet in the middle. With any brand that you're dealing with, any human being that you're dealing with, that mutual respect. You need to respect what they're doing. Otherwise, people will see that he doesn't really believe in this brand. He doesn't really believe what they stand for, and stuff like that. So I think that's the first thing. The second thing is, just having the heart, man. This is a job. A lot of people get into music because they're like, oh, these guys are having fun. I'm like, when you're sitting there and you've done like 20 interviews in one day, and you've had, what do I have, like 12 sponsors? You do 12 sponsor meetings. You meet the lawyers. You make sure the accounts is right. You are getting on and off flights. It looks like it's the high life. You know what I mean? But really, it becomes a job just like anything else. You know what I mean? So, you might enjoy it for a while. 1 year, 2 years, but 20 years down the line, you really start to respect the craft. You know what I mean? And realize that this is a job. This is not music. Anyone can do music in the shower. Anyone can do music. You know what I mean? This is the music business. You know what I mean? So when you approach it like that, I think it becomes easier, man.
Yeah. 20 years, solid consistency, longevity, but then all these, sometimes there are people who throw rotten eggs at you. There are people who are uncomfortable because for them they think maybe you had it the easy way, I was telling people some time back, about 3 weeks ago, and I'm like, I find it wrong when people try to disrespect guys who have earned their respect, legends. He's a legend. Like it, hate it, he's earned it, And from his journey, the impact he's had on hip hop as a genre or on music as a whole. But for you as a star, how are you able to deal with the negative energy? And does it sometimes, put you off?
It would. But like you say, when I was 2 years older than this individual here, we did a song, sought out our own sponsors.
Yeah.
Our parents didn't pay for anything. Did our own song, got our own record deal with D&D. Dawu produced a song called All I Wanna Know featuring Juliana. And next thing, we're being flown first class, you know what I mean, for the Cora Awards. So when people say that I'm handed something, it's like, it's so weird to me because I'm like, none of our parents owned Cora Awards. You know what I mean? When I was the first to win, you know, like 6-7 years before anyone in Uganda ever got nominated at the Nigerian Entertainment Awards, when I was there winning, not for Best Ugandan Act, Best East African Act. When I was at African Entertainment Awards in Malaysia, in Asia, winning the Best East African Act.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't, like people would still be like, no, but he's there because of this, that, and the other. I'm like, yeah. If you think about it, the videos I was nominated for all those international things weren't the dope videos. Weren't the videos that I put up the most money for. You know what I mean? Njogedeza was shot right here in the Botanical Gardens. But it got nominated for Best Song, Best Writer, Best Video. You know? And it was shot like any other Ugandan video. So for me, I've always been wary about that. But luckily, talent is talent.
Yeah.
You can't fake talent.
Oh, yes.
And people over 20 years, they've seen me stand toe-to-toe with people in the club, battle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 4 a.m., we go in verse for verse. They've seen me do that.
Yeah.
So, and then they've seen the awards that I get. Sometimes I get it for best lyricist. Other times I get it for best song. Other times I get it for best video. It's not just like, oh, the stuff he's spending money on is what he gets respected for. Nah, that's not the case. You know, it takes a different type of talent to walk into a Nigerian, any Nigerian station right now, I can walk into. I don't have to explain who I am. I don't have to say anything. I don't have to tell them I'm coming. And they'll be like, oh my gosh, jump on air, say a few words. That is earned from talent, blood, sweat, and tears. You understand? Yes, people can say, you know, they can say what they want, but they weren't with us crossing the desert between Burkina Faso and Accra on a 24-hour bus journey going for a hip-hop concert. You know what I mean? A hip-hop festival.
Bariwa.
You know what I mean? So, like, yeah, they weren't with us. You know what I mean? So, of course, they don't understand the journey, and they see the final brand. They see the final brand, and they're like, man, Calvin, well, did they see what we were dressing in?
They don't know, you know, how
the
has
first
been.
interview, me and you.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
What I was dressing in, what you were dressing in, it was a very different story. So I think it's nice to have people like you who've been there since the beginning, where you've seen the journey and you've seen how we've come up. If it was about asking people for money, I'd also be on jets every weekend. You understand?
Yes. Oh, yes.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yes.
Like the lifestyle would be different. I'd go and get a collabo with any American artist I want. But I'm a man. I'm a Buganda man. So I'm gonna.
We don't koto.
So you gotta work for yourself. You understand? You gotta work for yourself, bro. That's what it's about.
Yeah. Now, 10 years ago, I used to ask you questions like, where would you want to be? Where do you see yourself, you know, career in the next 10 years, or even 14 years? You know, I was also new in the industry, but he was already an established star, and you know, it's great you contributed towards the growth of the entertainment industry. Not only music, but also television, absolutely. I tell you. But these questions we used to ask you, you know, where you want to see yourself 10 years or 15 years from now. Do you think you've been able to reach that bar? Do you think you still have a long way to go? Do you have any career regrets? Share with me.
I think no regrets really, but of course, you know, I've had Universal deals thrown at me, Sony deals thrown at me. One, I actually went on with Sony for a while. You know, some of the biggest labels in the world have thrown me deals, but they all wanted me to be based outside the country. For me, I feel like that's disempowering. It's not really showing people a way to gain here, you know. So I always felt that I needed to do that from home. But it would have been nice maybe if I had done half-time, you know what I mean? 6 months here, 6 months outside. That would be my only regret. But I don't think it's a regret so much because the Uganda industry is also lit. You know what I mean? There's a lot going on. There's a lot of excitement we're trying to build right now, you know, and it's part of what has made me write a book. You know, so I have a book which is dropping on my birthday, October 19th. And that
October
book,
19th.
Yes, that book is going to illustrate not so much of my personal journey, but the business journey. Because I realized when I was a 12-year-old, 14-year-old, I didn't have anything. There was no manuscript. There was no writing. So for me, it's just my thoughts. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm a professor of the industry, you know what I mean? But it's just my thoughts, you know what I mean? And if one or two of my thoughts can help people get to the next level, you know, then the book has done its job. So that's dropping October 19th. And yeah, we're looking forward to that.
My second last question is 2nd September.
Oh, 1 second. And where I see myself in 10 years.
Oh, yes.
Is having a label that helps to bring about the biggest surge of Ugandan music around the continent and around the world.
Nice, nice, nice. Next week, that is 2nd of September.
Yo.
Yes.
Can we push it? Can we push it a bit?
No.
Okay.
The timing is perfect and ripe, you know. Who are you expecting that day? Some people have always branded you too urban, too cool for school, but then you gave us Njogereza, you know, and a couple of other songs. So which people are you expecting that day? Because I understand there are 2 events happening on the same day, you know. But today we are only talking, at the moment we're only talking about Navios.
There's 7 events happening.
Yes, 7 events happening that day. Yeah, so who are you expecting that day, and why should they come for Navio's concert next week? They are watching. Here we go.
Yeah, a 20-year doesn't happen every other day. Yeah. You can get a concert from me last year or concert from me in the future. You know, but a 20-year is really important. It's 2 decades in the industry. And I think what I get is a chance to illustrate, why does this guy have almost 70 awards? Why has this guy traveled the world? You know, 35, 40 countries doing Ugandan music. Why is he respected in Nigeria, South Africa, you know, East Africa, Tanzania, you know, London, you know what I mean? Why has this guy been on the BBC? Why has he been on, you know, CNN, African Voices? Why has he been featured on the biggest channels in the world? A lot of people, a lot of the generations don't know. They didn't see that. Some were in school, some were young, some weren't born yet. So I believe that this is a stage where I get to prove myself. So I'm taking it really seriously, you know what I mean? At the same time, it's like a birthday party for Navio.
Oh, yes.
You know what I mean? So I want to celebrate. I want to have a good time. I want people to understand that it's about fun, you know, and just not only to see the progress and the things we've achieved, but see the fun that we've had on the way there, you know what I mean? Everything from All I Want to Know to Ruckus to Ngaro to Bugumu, Badman from Kamucha, you know what I mean? It's going to be dope to play those, you know what I mean, live band, have the full swing of things. It's going to be dope, and it's 20 years of music, you know, and also with some international acts as well, you know, and some of the local ones as well. It's going to be, I think it's going to be regarded as one of the best hip-hop shows ever in the country. Best shows, period, actually. And I'm looking forward to it. So 20 year, it doesn't happen every day, man. Please make sure you guys come through. Webare Kusima. Thank you so much for loving your boy Luwama Navio. You understand? We're gonna make sure.
Yeah.
So no, thank you guys so much for supporting me, man. At the end of the day, good music, good fun, good security. You know what I mean? Sheraton grounds. Everybody's gonna be safe, well looked after. You know, it's gonna be for the we VIPs.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So it's VIGs, VIPs, VIMEs, VI everybody. Everybody's gonna be feeling like a VIP. We're all eating the same food. You understand?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody is eating a Sheraton food. So yeah, it's gonna be amazing, man. And I think having all the fans there in one place is gonna be amazing. And don't forget, there's gonna be a Navio exhibition. 20 years of Navio. We're doing like a museum exhibition. So my old rhyme books, you know, things I haven't seen, outfits from different stages of my career. The whole story is gonna be there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? From my early days with Henny to you know, the new Navio X Project documentary I have. It's all gonna be there. So I'm looking forward to that, man. Good food, good times, good drinks, good show. You know, it's 20 years of Navio. It's going to be mad. Welcome.
Nice. And since they are 20 years of Navio, we shall be giving out 20 tickets of Navio, courtesy of Vibe. So big things.
All right.
But as we come to the end, I know there are some questions. I don't know if you're still going to be around for a while. You're a new member at the Grammy Academy.
Yes.
Yes, in case you didn't know, is among the very few members on the Grammy Academy. And I think it's a huge deal for us as Uganda, right? What does this mean to Uganda?
I think we now have people inside now.
Oh, yeah.
Tuli muchintu, no.
Tukola bintu.
Yeah, you know, and it's good it's at this stage of my career.
Yeah.
You know, because I've done so much already. I can now really be in a position to help other artists. They're people they don't know about. They're people they've never heard about. They will never hear about. But now we have a chance to be there and be like, yo, this guy is hot. Please check this out. Why can't we have this? We need more Ugandan influence, because that's one of the main things that West Africa has done. They've infiltrated every society you can imagine. You know, just not the Grammys, but every society. So it's about that slow progress.
Yeah.
And I think I'd say more people. I got the call to join, you know what I mean? But I think people can just go ahead and sign up for it.
Yeah.
And we need to start getting more artists involved in it and really pushing our own agendas, because we have beautiful music.
Yeah.
We have by far the best performers. Every time they tell me, Navio, oh man, you killed that show. You know, and I'm in Malaysia, I'm in South Africa. I'm like, I'm in Uganda. Like, do you know the performers we have?
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm always like, man, you don't know, in Uganda, it's like, it's cutthroat, man. You get on stage,
Yeah.
it's like guys go crazy, man. So, yeah, I always tell them that there's more to see.
Yeah.
There's more to see. There's the doper rappers, there's doper performers, there's doper, you know what I mean, brands. So, man, I'm just ready. Yeah?
Nice.
Who can defeat that one?
Now, as we get to the questions, we shall take strictly 2 questions. Yes, but I'm trying to imagine your position. I'm looking at this 20-year-old chap, right? The father and mother, they're probably your fans, you know. And now the child is now 20 years, is also your fan. Maybe someone got their girlfriend courtesy of your music. You understand?
Oh baby,
and
you're
I'm
my
now,
one and only.
You see those things. Now I'm also looking at a 12-year-old. You know, 20 years when you had just begun, he was not yet born. Big fan, raising talent. I'm looking at these 5. How old is she? How old are you?
10 years.
10 years.
That's the age I started.
You know, you understand. Doesn't this humble you? How do you feel all the way you conduct yourself? How do you feel when you're, you know, in such spaces, you know?
I mean, first of all, we're very well behaved here. I got tackled yesterday. That was a different type of fan. To have fans from so many different age groups and so much different energy, you know, you never know who is who. You know, the quietest person in the corner of the room will be your biggest fan. You know, the smallest kid will be like, hey man, verse 3 on Raha was dope. You know, you get surprised every day. You know what I mean? You have a judge come through and be like, yeah, but you know, Utaju Ojui, on your last album, it was a bit hardcore. You know, which means they listen to the whole album. You know, so to have that whole all those fans to pull information from, that's what's kept me sharp. Because there's criticism, then there's constructive criticism. I take all of those things as feedback on what I need to do to get better. You know what I mean? So when a lot of people be like, oh, those people didn't like that song, I'm like, why? You need to ask yourself why. You know, your ability to get better is one of your biggest weapons in this industry. Don't take everything so hard. Just be like, how can I do it better next time? Be open to you know, information from the fans, man. So yeah, I've got the greatest fans in the world, that is for sure. To keep you in this position for 25, 30 years, bro, it's not easy. So yeah, I appreciate them every day.
I have so many questions for Navio, but yeah, as I said, you know, humble,
All right, celebrating 20 years, that's quite very big right there. And mine is going to be a very simple question. I'm looking at the rest of the other members as Clear Cut, the Papitos, the ETC, you know. You did tracks with the president, and will they all come on the show? Should we expect them?
Yeah, you can expect a few of them to appear. Some are at the age now where they're having babies, others are planning marriages. But you know, clear cut is clear cut. So when you see one of us, we see all of us. You know, yeah. We're looking forward to doing some clear cut material for sure.
All right, we're taking 2 more questions. One from you, one from Lil McMain. All right, yeah. Time, guys. All right,
we'll talk quickly.
All right.
Okay, Navio, my name is Mike. I'm a rapper and I can do hip hop very well. But my question is one, like the likes of you, Babaluku, Rocky J, and Genial Zamba, how have you managed, you know, to take out this criticism that was here, like in the hip hop basement, that, you know, hip hop does not work right here. Like we just vibe on the dance hall. I don't know, how have you been, you know, holding this, starting forward and, you know, making it happen, you know, as you yourselves?
Yeah, I think it's one, like you need to take those guys with a pinch of salt, everyone who says that, because any type of rap is a type of hip hop, you know. So for me, yes, my whole album is mostly going to be, you know, 10 songs, 11 songs hip hop, and I'll do like 3 or 4 songs. So us guys melting with other types of music, don't be afraid to do that. That's what we do as hip hop. We're about accepting and talking and having a dialogue with other genres. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid to do that. At the same point in time, don't be afraid to do what you did. Do, you know, what made you who you are. You know, Fefe Busi, yes, no, still his biggest song on stage. Fig for Maker, when Mafia comes on, we like booty guitar, yes, but as soon as Mafia comes on, the crowd goes crazy. So appreciate and realize that hip hop is just as big as anything else.
Nice. Lil McMain.
Whoop.
What's up?
Chilling.
I'm McMain by name. And
How old are you?
I'm 12.
Yeah.
My question is, now from like 20 years, there were different genres and new artists. And some have retired, and now, how do you keep the consistency with new type of music, like new school? How do you keep the consistency with different type of verses, you know?
Yeah, I think it's very hard, you know, with a lot of guys in my generation, for them, well, not to be haters, you know, to put it simply. They hear new guys and they get scared, you know what I mean? They're like, this new style, They want to now get on radio and TV and media and start telling guys, no, you know, that's not the real. What we did was more relevant. I think that's wrong. You see a young guy rapping, what makes him dope? Why are the people attracted to him? What makes him, you know what I mean? When you can learn like that, that's how I'm able to switch up my flow every 4 or 5 years and do something new and fresh. I can still do my classic Navio, but I can rap on anything else because I'm open to what the kids are doing. I was the kid. I was the 10-year-old. I was the 12-year-old doing it. You look like my friend Davido also. Thanks. McMain, coming soon, guys.
Oh yeah. This is the very last question. I don't know, maybe if time allows next week, we can squeeze in another session for Navio part 2 ahead of the event. But yeah, shoot the last one.
Yeah, Navio, you look good.
Thank you.
You look great. Thanks for the consistency.
Even at this age.
Yeah. You look great. You look fresh, man. Yeah. So when I first heard of you, I heard of you with radio and with Mr. DJ. Always say you got tons around. You got kilos. You know. I used to listen over and over to understand the lyrics. However, should we expect something like some tribute to radio and Weasel? I saw you with Swangs Avenue back in the days.
Weasel's still alive.
Yeah, man.
So we're gonna give a tribute definitely to radio. Yeah, we're gonna be doing a set just for him at the show. That was one of my guys. I still miss our debates. Me and him would argue for hours down at Uswangali back then. You know, when we were near Makindye, the old house at Benot's place. I miss him, man. He's my friend, and we're definitely gonna be doing a tribute for him. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. That's the last question. Now, what is your favorite? I think probably next time we shall talk about his lyricism. But what is your favorite line? Because I have a couple of them. You know, I've got tons around. You've got kilos. Or is a step ahead? Yeah, of you. Then oh yes. Then there is keep moving. What I do is hardly Illuminati the crew. It's another solid one. Yeah. Then for Ruckus, it's the one I want you to give us. A song which was released back in time. I remember miming that song in school.
Did you win?
I got a girl.
Yeah, you got a girl. What? Woohoo! Yes, pretty well done, well done.
Yeah.
You see?
So, if you can give us the verse.
We causing a ruckus for half you suckers. When we up in the club, they crazy to try chuckers. Half of these chicks right here just want. Cause I come from a clan that's known to clear cutters. So what you want to do?
Nothing you hate, nothing you can. Chilling with my veterans.
I like better than moving with Mike veterans. You can't bite better men who walk the walk and talk the talk like Letterman. Me ever being for that bling is white melanin.
I heard people talking money they don't have.
Yeah, saying they got it from the streets when really it's from dad. Cause ruckus. Lyrically, I'm a rapper in his prime. Had to be skinny to make up for the fatness in his rhymes. That's when I was skinny.
Oh yeah. Final remarks.
Yo, guys, let's celebrate. Come through. We have 1 week to go. Please make sure you guys get your tickets. It's going down. Navio live at Sheraton Gardens. 20 years of Navio in concert. 2nd of September. That is Sato, guys.
Oh, yeah.
So next Saturday, please go online. Get your tickets right now. *291#. *291#. Go and grab your tickets and let's have a good time. And you can get it at select Shell stations as well.
Yeah.
Grab your tickets. Let's have a good time. Horizon vibe. We're going all the way. Horizon, oh yeah!
Oh yeah!
Horizon, oh yeah! Hip hop, oh yeah! 20 years of Navio, oh yeah!
Oh yeah! Now, listen, we are going to have a session for Navio music. And of course, we're giving out 20 tickets to the courtesy of Vibe.
Yes. Vibe.
Yes. So stick around. We shall select. I don't know how excited or excited.
It is going to be
but I don't know how we are going to do this.
Calvin is going to select his people.
Yeah. Select the top 20. Let's get into that, bruv. All the best. I'm looking forward to the night.
I appreciate it.
20 years, such a huge deal.
No, brother.
Yeah.
Yo, for real, thank you to Horizon Vibe. Thank you so much for supporting. You've been there at every point in my career.
Yeah.
When the whole world was against us, you were with us.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So I appreciate it. I'll never forget, brother.
Horizon
Vibe, oh yeah!
Something very... Hey!
Woo. Everybody put your hands up. Ready? Jump!
All of KLA, put your hands up. All of Nai, put your hands up. All of TZ, put your hands up. Kikali, put your hands up. You got all. 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 Yeah.
Yo, ain't that? What up, man? I think I'ma start quick then slow it down. Alan, you ready? Yeah. I just touched down at the plane breaks. The boys in town and they came straight. Hollered the press at the main gate. Then instead the hotel for a change of pace. The fans all caught in the same race. Trying to get to the show at the same place. Yeah, should've slept but I stayed awake. My drive for the fans, my saving grace. Even though what I beat ain't hate. Need all of my hate just to vacate. The bouncers you can't placate. It's a big show and the play's great. Standing ovation please. Yes, it's my fate to leave. I get paid to